Good morning, students. Students, in the previous lecture, we studied process of accounting, and today we will study the objectives of accounting. Objective of accounting means what are the reason for preparing accounts. Now we will start. The first one is to keep systematic record of business transaction. You know, students, a business has a number of transaction in a day, and it is not an easy for a businessman to memorize all the transaction. So a businessman prepare systematic record of all the transaction to find out, to prepare their profit and loss properly. The next is to calculate profit and loss. Profit and loss, you know, students, a businessman only target is to earn profit. How he can come to know that his business is earning profit or loss? By preparing accounts. As earlier I said, it is not an easy for a businessman to memorize all the transaction, so he prepare the books of accounts to find out the exact profit and loss figure, right? The next is to ascertain the financial position of business. Financial position of business means how many assets and liabilities are in his business. By prepare and how a businessman came to know this thing? By preparing balance sheet. In balance sheet is a statement which is categorized in two parts. The one is asset side and the other is liability side. By seeing the balance sheet, a businessman came to know that how much assets he has to repay his liabilities, to repay his responsibilities. Right, students? The next is to ascertain the progress of the business from year to year. स्टूडेंट, जैसे आप अपने मार्क्स को फर्स्ट टर्म से कंपेयर करते हो सेकेंड टर्म के साथ, सेकेंड टर्म के को फाइनल के साथ कंपेयर करके अपनी प्रोग्रेस, अपनी ग्रोथ को जज करते हो, द सेम वे बिजनेस मैन इज ऑल्सो कंपेयरिंग हिज बिजनेस ग्रोथ to see his books of accounts. If in the first quarter business has a very good profit, but in the second quarter the business has sufficient profits, then a businessman try to find out the reasons for not competing properly, and after getting the points, the businessman tried to remove all these drawbacks in the next time. Right, students? To prevent errors and detect frauds. Sometimes some wrong things are also happening in the business. By preparing the books of accounts, the businessman came to know the errors and tried to stop these errors. And sometimes, yes, many peoples are there who are doing some wrong things in the business. By preparing the books of accounts, businessman detect frauds then and there and stop the frauds. Right? The next is to provide information to the other parties. In the previous lecture we studied there are so many different parties which are directly related with our business. They also want some information about our business because they have invested their money, like investors invested their money in our business, and they are eager to know the business financial position. Like banks provide us loan, and they want to know that their loan is safe and the firm is able to repay their loans or not. Creditors, government, right? All these parties are interested in our books of accounts. To inform the financial condition of the business, it is necessary to prepare accounts, and that is the main objective of a business, to prepare books of accounts. The next is functions of accounting. Functions of accounting is the first, maintain complete and systematic record. In the objective, we also studied this point. Main objective is to prepare the systematic record. Again and again I am emphasizing this word systematic record. Means we do not have to write the transaction of any day. No, we have to prepare, we have to record the books of accounts in a systematic way. Systematic way means date wise. We have to do the entries in our books of accounts date wise. Randomly we do not prepare the accounts. Suppose sometime we prepare the month of January account, sometime we prepare the month of March accounts. No. Systematically means according to date wise, according to month wise, we have to record that transaction, right? The next is protecting the assets of business. Students, first of all, you must know the term assets. Assets means sampatiyan. Students, you have seen many assets in your home also. I let you clear this point by giving you some little examples. Suppose you have sofa set in your house, you have car in your house, you have furniture in your house, you have fridge in your house, many things you are having in your house. All these things are also termed as assets, but these are not business assets. These are your home assets, right? Assets are categorized into two parts, right? In business, the first one is fixed assets, the other is current assets. Fixed assets are those assets which we purchase for one time and use it for the coming long time, right? In business, like plant and machinery, furniture. How we can say that plant and machinery, furniture is a fixed asset? Fixed asset means we do not replace the plant and machinery even every after 2 months, every after 5 months. We purchase the plant and machinery for long time. Suppose you have purchased a car in your house or for personal use. You didn't sell your car after 1 year, after 6 months, yeah, right? You use this car or you use the fixed assets for a long time in the business. The same way in our business we have some fixed asset like plant and machinery, furniture, fixtures, like, right? We use these things in business for a long time to generate the money. And current assets are those assets which we use for the daily operation of the business, like cash, stock. Cash, you know. Stock means the things which we in which we are dealing. For example, a cloth merchant stock is cloth, right? And these things are current assets, and I'll explain this point in my next video also, right? And the next point is compliance of legal needs. Compliance of legal needs means sometimes we have to prepare accounts for the legal purpose also, you know, students. For income tax department, most of the businessmen are filling the ITRs. ITR means income tax returns. Income tax returns, for filling the ITRs, we have some definite records. Sometimes income tax departments wants our documents with the help of which document we have prepared our ITRs. Income tax department wants to tally our ITR with our documents. And GST, students, you know, GST means goods and service tax. Nowadays GST department also demands document from us with the help of which document we have prepared the books of accounts. So for legal needs we have to prepare accounts. It is mandatory for all businessmen to prepare their books of accounts in a systematic manner, right? The next is providing assistance to management. Providing assistance to management means, students, management can change decision by seeing the books of accounts. If the business is earning profit with a good speed, then the management can take the decision to increase or in the future. Or if the business is running losses, then the businessman can take the decision to change his previous policy to stop the loss and to increase the profit, right? With the help of books of accounts, management came to know the exact position of their business, right, student? I think now these functions are clear to you. Now we will study our next topic. The next topic is bookkeeping bookkeeping, accounting, and accountancy. Bookkeeping is the first and primary stage, accounting is the second stage, and accountancy is the third stage. Bookkeeping, why I said bookkeeping is the primary stage? Bookkeeping means Pustpalan. Pustpalan means where we can record the transaction in our business. Accounting means when we categorize a transaction according to their nature and prepare the systematic account and communicate the information to its interested parties. And accountancy includes all the fundamental principles and rules and regulation for preparing this accounting. Students, now we'll explain these three stages in detail. The first one is bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is the primary stage of accounting. At the initial stage, we have to do this bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is not a technical thing. Bookkeeping work can be done by a simple or a junior clerk also. What the work a junior clerk has to done? The first is identifying the transaction. I earlier said, students, business has a lots of transaction. The clerk has to identify the transaction which he has to mention in his accounts. Identifying the transaction, which transactions are related with the economic matters, which transactions are related with directly business, right? The next is measuring transaction in terms of money. Sometimes we are having non-money transactions in our business also, like sometimes fight, sometimes strike, sometimes tension between the employee and employer. These transactions affected our business a lot, but these transactions are not termed in money. So we will not record all these transactions, and we will record only the monetary transactions in our business. The next is recording in the books. After identification, after measuring, now it's time to record all these transactions in the business chronological order. Chronological order means systematically date-wise recording in the books of accounts. Fine. The next is classifying them into ledger. Ledger, after recording the transaction in the journal, now it's time to record, now it's time to classify the transaction in the ledger. I give you an example for this. For example, we have purchased raw material from Mohan so many times in the month of January, in the month of February, in the month of March. Now we will prepare Mohan's account. In Mohan's account, all transactions related with the Mohan we will record in Mohan's account. That is the meaning of classify the transaction into ledger. The same way we will prepare the other accounts also. In the coming classes, I let you know the complete ledger chapter. Clear? The next is accounting. Accounting means summarizing. Summarizing means, in the previous lecture we studied, summarizing means to convert the information in the understandable form. In the understandable, how we will convert the information in the understandable form? By preparing trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. By seeing the profit and loss account, by seeing the balance sheet, we can come to know the business financial position and the business is earning profit or loss. The next is analyzing the results. To analyze the results after preparing these accounts, now the businessman can analyze the results. Analyzing means to see if their business is doing growth or not. And at the end, communicating to the results to the interested parties. Interested parties are the same again: owners, banks, employees, creditors, government, right? Because they are directly related to the business and they want information about the business. And after preparing the complete accounts, we will communicate our results to these interested parties. Fine students, now we will move to the third stage, accountancy. Accountancy refers to the entire body of the theory and practice of accounting. What does it mean? It means that in accountancy, we include all the fundamentals, rules and regulation and the principles by which we prepare accounts. Accountancy guides us how to prepare accounts properly and systematically. The way of preparing accounting we came to know from accountancy. I think students, now you understood the 3 points: bookkeeping, accounting and accountancy. Bookkeeping is the primary and first stage. Accounting starts after bookkeeping, and accountancy includes all the fundamentals, rules and regulation for preparing books of accounts. And every businessman has to prepare definite rules and regulation for preparing accounting. Otherwise, their accounts are not valid in front of the legal compliance. Right, students? I think enough for the day. We will discuss our next topics in the coming classes. Thank you. Have a great day.